us off today. You probably noticed that we have a new little ditty for our theme music. That comes to us courtesy of sound designer and composer Eric Backus. Eric is a Raven favorite, having joined us for shows like The Assembled Parties, Nice Girl, Sundown Yellow Moon, A Doll's House, and many, many more. He reached out to make something for us here on Quilt, and I'm just as pleased as can be. Speaking of reaching out, I am always excited to see stories in my inbox. We're going to take a small detour this week based on a question that I received, but if you have a story that you would like to share with us, please send it along to info@raventheater.com. Now, on to Quilt. After the second episode, which featured Carol's poem, I received an email asking me what story from my own life I would submit for this, and I didn't have an immediate answer. But, as I've been spending a lot of time in my home, I've had the opportunity to get to a few tasks that tend to slide off the bottom of my to-do list, and one of them inspired that answer. I finally organized my letters. See, I do not throw away cards, ever. I store them in an antique silver toast holder that my grandfather used for the same purpose. It's a sequential series of patinated silver rings, welded upright on two rails with little ball feet, and as I turn from my computer to look at it, I see a hand-drawn card from a past girlfriend featuring a beautifully rendered fish leaping from water. Peeking out from just behind that is the tag from a Christmas gift that my mother mailed me 3 years ago. It's about the size of a postage stamp and only had room inside for XOXO Mom and Dad. Somehow, in my mind, these two things are equally precious. But amidst the menagerie, a handful of notes stand out because they are not cards. They eschew Hallmark, they roll their eyes at papyrus, they are from people intent on defying the greeting card industry. They are on scrap paper. Folded and worn and torn and bled through, some of them have weird little drawings, most are covered in scribbled marginalia, and each carries with it a delightful stream of consciousness. Unlike a traditional greeting card, they have space. Space to wander and think out loud without fearing a mistake on a card that cost the owner 11 cents a square inch. They are as haphazard as the lives that led to the friendships that they are based on. There's one from my sister, Kirra, handed to me in Boston, detailing the fears and joys of leaving home for college, what to expect and how to manage what she referred to as this epic mystery of place, before finishing it off with a signature in blue-colored pencil that flares the tail of the A in her name into a heart, a habit which elementary school teachers used to actually punish her for. Then there's my friend Melissa, writing from her Earth Catastrophes class at the University of California, Santa Cruz. It's about her new life, its new characters, and the adventures that she misses from our time together in high school. It emulates the familiar patter that we had while walking suburban streets and open hills, dynamically leaping from topic to topic. It's signed Mel. Most of our friends called her Issa, so I insisted on using the other 3 letters in her name because I was a 13-year-old boy at the time. Then again, 15 years gone, I still call her Mel. The next one grabs your eye with a glitter crayon drawing of a lunch meeting that I took with a prospective student the summer before she attended my university. By the end of that single year of overlap, she would become one of my closest friends. But whenever I look at this card, I always laugh that she labeled the melon on my plate at that lunch meeting because I don't like melon and left it uneaten. 4 years after my sister told me that I would build a found family at school and come to cherish them, a member of that family, Rob, shoved a couple of torn-up sheets of notepad paper into my hands as we hugged on the airport curb after our last college adventure together. Those sheets assured me of so many of the same things that Pyrrha's had 4 years prior. They're filled with observations and advice gleaned from our time together, and they end with one of my favorite ways to describe the friends that I made in college. We love you, and we hate everyone. And that's why I love scrap paper, because I haven't yet found the greeting card aisle labeled birthday for ornery friends with actual feelings. See, I'm a sentimentalist. I revel in the power of letters to ignite memory. For just a moment, you become that past self again. Live inside that former you, knowing what they didn't. Letters provide perspective. Why was this letter written, and what does it say about me, us, the relationship that we had, and what it has become? You start to string a few of them together, and the thread becomes clear. All the things that my sister said when I went to college are recontextualized and reused by Rob as he and I left college. I was still very much me, and those who knew me best knew just what to say in those notes to ease the transition. And writing is risky. You put something down permanently and hope it strikes the right chord, but it requires an earned understanding of the recipient, that invaluable seed of connection, the kind of understanding that inspires warmth and confidence and comfort and any of 1,000 other small affirmations, the kind that I keep tucked away in an antique silver toast holder for a rainy day when I once again unfold their worn corners and seek the words of those who know me best. Happy Wednesday, Quilt family.